Hi, everybody. I'm sorry I am not there again today. I was really hoping that I'd feel better today and that I'd see you tomorrow, but I think I'm going to have to stay home one more day. Okay, I miss you. I know that you've started reading your nonfiction books, and I just want to quickly review some of the ways you should have your notebook set up. So, you should have a title page that says, or a cover page, Tapping the Power of Nonfiction. And you should also have set up a table of contents. And today you are going to do session 3. But in your table of contents, you'll have where your anchor chart is. We're going to add something to that today. Then Bend 1, Session 1 was use the front cover, table of contents, and front matter to build background knowledge. And then the Session 2 was just before break that you were still working on yesterday, noticing those fascinating parts, mulling them over, thinking about them a little bit, developing some questions to guide your reading. And yesterday you read a nonfiction article, and one of the questions asked you to determine the central idea of the text. And that's the work that we're going to start doing with your books. Now, you might not get the central idea of your whole book yet, but you'll start getting central idea of sections that you're in. So session 3 is central theme and supporting details. All right, let's get down to the mini lesson. Session 3 is about determining central ideas. I think I just told you to put determine central themes on your table of contents, but it's actually determining central ideas. And I want you to remind you that this is hard work, figuring out a central idea of a text. And so you have to read closely, reread, think to make some connections. So sometimes some of the strategies that we can use to determine those possible central ideas is to use some pop-out sentences, use the headings, think about what the topic is and what is the main idea of this topic. And then maybe look across sections and find details, and always ask yourself, how do these details fit together? What is their central idea? To your anchor chart now, please add number 3, determine possible central ideas. And then under that, put 2 subheadings. Use pop-out sentences and headings. Locate details across sections and think, how do these details fit together? Pause the video so that you can get this down in your anchor chart. And then once you've got that done, continue on with the lesson. All right. Imagine you have these 3 pieces of information in a book. I want you to think about, how do these details fit together? What is their possible central idea? And you might think, well, that's easy. They're all silverware. Yep. Or they're all things that you eat with. Yes, that is their possible central idea. Okay, so then if I add a couple of things, now you can't say that they're all silverware anymore because there's more to it than that. What could be our new possible way that these details fit together? They're all things that you might find in a kitchen. They're all things that help you eat dinner. I like to add a little bit of salt to my food so that it tastes good. But when you first look at this picture and think, how do these details fit together? You might say, oh, that's easy. They're all animals. All right, let's go beyond that. Okay, you're in 6th grade now. What could be another possible central idea of these 3 images? How do they fit together? You might think, oh, okay, I see a big elephant with a little elephant. The elephant's feeding. Big giraffe with a little giraffe. Big orangutan with a little orangutan. Aren't they cute, the littles? And I might say animal parents take care of their babies in different ways. Or young animals resemble their parents, they're just a little bit smaller. So we've added a little bit more depth to our thinking with that. Okay, so now let's go to my book. This is another section from Fast Food Nation. It starts on page 53. And the heading for this is called McTeachers and Coke Dudes. As I read it, I want you to look for some details that seem important. And I would like you to jot these in your notebook or on a Post-it note for your notebook. The nation's three major beverage manufacturers are now spending large sums to increase the amount of soda that American children consume. Coca-Cola, Pepsi, and Cadbury Schweppes, the maker of Dr. Pepper, control 90.3% of the US market, but have been hurt by declining sales in Asia. Americans already drink soda at an annual rate of about 56 gallons per person. That's nearly 600 12-ounce cans of soda per person. Coca-Cola has set itself the goal of raising consumption of its products in the United States by at least 25% a year. The adult market is stagnant. Selling more soda to kids has become one of the easiest ways to meet sales projections. Influencing elementary school students is very important to soft drink marketers, an article in the January 1999 issue of Beverage Industry explained, because children are still establishing their tastes and habits. 8-year-olds are considered ideal customers. They have about 65 years of purchasing in front of them. Entering the schools makes perfect sense, the trade journal concluded. The fast food chains also benefit enormously when children drink more soda. The chicken nuggets, ham, burgers, and other main courses sold at fast food restaurants usually have the lowest profit margins. Soda has by far the highest. We at McDonald's are thankful, a top executive once told the New York Times, that people like drinks with their sandwiches. Today, McDonald's sells more Coca-Cola than anyone else in the world. The fast food chains purchase Coca-Cola syrup for about $4.25 a gallon. A medium Coke that sells for $1.29 contains roughly 9 cents of syrup. Buying a large Coke for $1.49 instead, as the cute girl behind the counter always suggests, will add another 3 cents worth of syrup and another 17 cents in pure profit for McDonald's. All right, go back and read this again and see if you can come up with 3 details that seem important on this page and jot those down. Talk to the people in your book club. See what you can come up with. All right, one idea I had was that influencing young kids is important to soda companies. I think they talked about influencing elementary school children is important to them. Also, that they sell Coke for $1.29 and it only takes them 9 cents to make. Whew. And then 8-year-olds are ideal customers. So those were the 3 facts that I thought were pretty important, and they seem like they might be related. So how do these details fit together? See if you can work with a partner or your book club to determine that central idea that the author might be getting at in this section. Okay, so the possible central idea I came up with that I put in a complete sentence is that fast food companies market their products to kids so they can make more money. All right, before you head off to read by yourself today, I want you to get together with your book club very briefly, set a plan for what pages you're reading today, maybe what you're going to focus on. There's a lot of different work you can be doing. If you take a look at this slide, it says be alert to those thought-provoking parts of the text. Get interested, have fun, get excited about learning something, and then work to develop about some of those initial ideas. What ideas go together? What could this text be teaching me? What might be some possible central ideas? And have a plan ahead of time for how you're going to set up your notebook page so that you are really focused intentionally on doing that notebook work as you are reading.